Alright, hi everybody, welcome back. World Leader here. So yeah, we just won the Spanish Civil War and the fascists now rule the Spain. That's good for me. I remember moving up this army in Eastern Prussia. I will create an army. It has 2 divisions over which the general can cap the force. Let's see if I get here. Erwin von Witzleben. Division and its current penalty 8.30%. So I think I'm unassigning 2 units from that army. Then I'm gonna put the army on the front line with Poland here. Now the 2 units I'm gonna send back to mainland Germany. Not mainland, but main region of Germany. Because I have some returning volunteer forces. They will also need to be placed under an army. And I have a whole bunch. Alright, volunteer forces that have been fighting in national Spain have returned home in Hinterpommern.
Angetreten.
That's here, alright.
Angetreten.
Let's add those units into that army. And these units, that leaves 8 spots left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Angetreten.
Alright, 2 more. I'm gonna deploy 2 more of those units in training.
Angetreten.
Add them here, and we have yet another full army. And we got the Cody F wagon. Now let's get the extra research slot. Or I also want the treaty with the USSR. Extra research slot first. Then maybe Anschluss, then the treaty with the USSR. Anyway, so there's a full army here. These guys I'm gonna put in the front line with Czechoslovakia here. And then I'm gonna produce yet another army of 21 infantry divisions and 3 panzer divisions, 9th, 11th and 14th. And in infantry divisions we are already so 255th 55th infantry division is coming up. How we're doing in production now? We need because of the new army we need yet again about 2,000 light tanks, 2,600 guns, support equipment 1,200, but it will all come up when I get some more military factories. We can modify the government again. Let's get political advisor. War industrialist. Gives military factory construction speed plus 10%. Let's do that, since we are having some coming up. And I remember that we have the Vespa now, the light tank modification. We produce those with 3 factories to start with. And now we're gonna edit our panzer divisions so that they have 1 battalion of light Vespa artillery. Each battalion requires 36 of Vespas, but gives such a boost on soft attack. I'm thinking, should I add? I can't really add some. See, I can't add to the same line where I have tanks. I can't add normal infantry units. That would be a whole new combat unit, and it increases the combat width, and then it's not as effective as it would be, but let's keep it like that for now. Alright, save that. Let's see, and we need to produce some 430 Vespers to have all my tank divisions, which I currently have in training and on the field, to be full with Vespers, or enough Vespers to fill the army. So yeah, let's keep on scrolling time. Times 5.
Zuhören.
Don't have enough submarines yet, but we are getting close to it. We have some 36. Yeah, 36. And we got the construction too. So now I'm thinking oil processing, fuel gain from refineries plus 50%. Let's get that one. Get the ME4 builds done again. There's some other decisions available, but I do not need to concentrate on those right now. They are not that important. Got the excavation one. Let's get concentrated industry too. So focusing a lot on industry right now. Right, we got the interwar artillery. I don't want to do the land doctrine yet because there's a national focus. The treaty with USSR gives me a boost on this, so I might as well do something else. For example, get the military police one, which I will need in managing suppression in the regions I conquer. Oh, got the radio. Research is coming up all the time. Excavation. Not rubber processing? Yeah, let's get rubber processing. Gives me +1 rubber in all the places I produce it. Alright, now we got the extra research slot, so might as well put excavation 2 on it. Like that. Then I think we will do the Anschluss, and then we'll do the treaty with the USSR. So let's see what happens. We are going for Anschluss of Austria. Time going past pretty fast now. Let's see, how are the Polish doing? Not a lot of units on their lines. You can see the power of balance here. The green is like me, and the red is the enemy. It's a lot on my side in with both of these armies. Unlike here in Czechoslovakia, it's pretty even. Alright, we can modify government again. Let's get Chief of Army. Army organization, division organization +8. Division speed, division attack. Let's get Ludwig Beck. Division organization +8%. It's so important to have organization in divisions. Hold on, there's 120 planes which I have forgot to move here. Merge them with the others, yes. So now the fighters I used to have that were old models are replaced by, well, not all of them, still 95 old fighters in the field, which need to be replaced with the Messerschmitt 109. BF 109. So yeah, nothing much happening, pretty silent here. Let's see if we get Austria with the Anschluss. That would be a pretty significant thing. Got the oil processing, fuel refining, fuel gain per oil plus 10%, fuel gain from refineries plus 10%. We'll do that. We cannot have enough fuel, and Anschluss repeated uprisings in Austria clearly so that the people there are no longer united with our... The people there long to be united with our Reich. It is now time to take action. How can anyone say Austria is not German? And yeah, here's the world news. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heidenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. In his words, the oldest eastern province of the German people shall be from this point on the newest bastion of the German Reich. That gives me their military factories, so we are now producing airplanes at full capacity. Are not still missing 2 military factories here and a few from the West, but those we can build on our own. Next up, we should get these 3 tech focuses. There's so many I want to do, but only so much time I have. Anyway, let's get the army innovations. And I have enough political power to modify the government. Click to act a theorist. Heinz Guderian gives army experience gain 0.005 daily, land doctrine research speed, armor max speed plus 10%. This dive bomber wouldn't be stupid either. Close air support, ground attack plus 10%. Nah, let's go with Heinz Guderian. I have so many tanks on the field.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle?
Hold on. What did I just press? Delete. I have a front line here. I just wanted to attach this army into this one. Alright, the Chinese United Front forms. Basically, the communist China, and China has put aside their differences in expectation of Japanese attack. Still have some 800,000 free manpower. Alright, the question of Yugoslavia. Following the return of Austria to the Reich, we now share a border with Yugoslavia. The government of Prince Paul has been fairly quiet about their stance on our proposed reordering of Europe. Perhaps we should remind them that the time will come when they must make a choice. Put the squeeze on them. I need to be producing the Vespas too, though. Actually, I'm gonna take one factory away from the Stukas, because I'm producing them about three a week, and they're still coming up with the efficiency. Alright, the Hindenburg disaster, the famous German airship going down in flames in the United States, claiming 35 lives. Too bad. Marks the end of the airship era. Alright, so it's 37. What can I get here? Maybe the air doctrine, dive bombing, air support mission efficiency plus 20%. time still going by. I have some front lines here. Don't have anything on the western front yet. I think I will use the same units which are gonna fight here in there. We'll see. Don't we have an army coming up? Yep. Let's have them train as much as they can. Then they will automatically deploy in Kassel. Alright, we got rubber processing. We have so many research slots right now. We are getting technologies all the time. We could get the convoy in interdiction. Submarine surface detection, submarine rating efficiency, submarine organization, torpedo reveal chance. All gets a boost. Let's do that one. Because I'm gonna be operating in the Atlantic with my submarines, which are coming up. Only 4 more needed, and they're coming up really fast. Yunnan joins the Chinese United Front, so basically all these Chinese warlords here are making an alliance against Japan. Another new technology research we got done. I'm thinking, let's get the 1938 weapons and equipment, even though it's a little ahead of time, but it's also because I have the extra research slot, so I can do this. It takes 170 days. Those will be very useful when we go to war with other. Hopefully others don't have those. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Alright, so in real history, Amelia Earhart disappeared, circumnavigating the globe. But yeah, sometimes the news here vary a little. Quite an achievement. Nothing else to say about that. Modify government. Click to add a tank designer. Medium tank, heavy tank. I think I'm gonna go with man. Armor research speed plus 10%, armor reliability plus 5%, soft attack plus 5%. Yeah. Right. Japan declared war on China. Leadership purchase in the Soviet Union. Alright, long news, but anyways, Stalin is making some purchase in Soviet Union. And we got the army innovations. Now let's get treaty with the USSR. Yeah. Shaanxi joined the United Chinese Front. That would be this country here. And you can already see there's war going on here. Marco Polo, sorry for skipping that, the Marco Polo Bridge incident, which started the war, set up by the Japanese, I think. Xibei Sanma joins the Chinese United Front, that would be this region here. And we got the military police one. Alright, now we have because of the army innovations, we now have 100% research bonus on the mobile warfare doctrine. the delay, which gives all infantry and motorized vehicles or mechanized vehicles organization plus 15. Definitely want that. Xinjiang joins the Chinese United Front. This one. Alright, so now we are done with the submarines. We can build new ships again, and I'm thinking let's start building our actual naval fleet. Maybe someday we can be competitive against the British and French fleets, but we'll put 4 factories working on battleship Scharnhorst class. We'll have the spawn here too. Then we will get more dockyards in the way. There's some in Poland, here in the Benelux and France. So those will help out a little. Destroyers. That's the 3 factories on those. Make them spawn here too. Heavy cruiser. 3 factories there. Just gonna build, well, actually 2 battleships. 12 destroyers. 4 heavy cruisers. And that's all the dockyards we have. Next dockyards we get, we'll have building light cruisers. 3. Also 4 of those. And now here I have match selected task force, create a new create a new task force, all submarines, select, and the number of ships. Because they now belong to the Greeks Marine, even though I don't want them operating. Split the selected task force in half. Right, so this task force 1, or the submarine fleet 1, which will have Karl Dönitz as an admiral, Seawolf, submarine attack plus 20%, will convoy raid in the Norwegian Sea, Denmark Strait, and North Atlantic. Then the other submarine fleet will convoy raid in Mid-Atlantic Gap, Central Atlantic Gap, and yeah, that's about it. Now we have the Atlantic covered, I think. And then there's still the actual, like the Horseshoes Florida, which is like the big ships, not the submarines. They will operate in strike force. Order the task force to wait for the closest naval base until an enemy task force is spotted. Convoy raiding, convoy escort, naval invasion support, patrol, order ships to patrol. patrol. These two regions. So the Baltic Sea. So right, the submarines are now working here. And the horses floater here. Now what does this symbol mean? Currently there are 2 task forces on convoy raiding. Indian National Soviet. Hold on, so many news. Soviet accepts German-Soviet treaty. Indian National Congress triumphs in provincial elections. So that's like India is going with Britain instead of being liberated. Whatever. We got the treaty with the USSR. I just want to figure this out with the fleet. Can I like disband? Oh, like that? Then have them hold. Yeah, so now we need to assign again convoy rating. No. I'm sorry, sometimes this is confusing. Let's put everybody on hold again. Yeah, so now I managed to split them. So yeah, now convoy rating. Shift right click to remove the region. Alright, so that worked out better. And then for this horses floater, control right click, shift right click to remove region. Control right, cancel mission and move. So they're gonna patrol here. Anyway, let's look into some other stuff. We have 3 military factories. We're doing the Vespa slowly. Tanks we need a lot. Let's put those 2 on there. We are actually stockpiling on infantry equipment. That doesn't matter because we're producing more units anyway. We have enough political power to modify the government. Let's add military high command. Ferdinand Schörner, infantry, very important. Division attack plus 10%, division defense plus 15%. Most of my units are infantry. So let's get him there. Now let's also get... Let's get Czechoslovakia. And we get that by first demanding Sudetenland. Now Sudetenland is this small region here, which is mostly occupied by German-speaking people. Anyways, did I finally figure out how the fleet works? Oh yeah, they're just... I should split this fleet for it to be operating fully. Well... Let's just operate in the lower Baltic area then. That's more like it. Now it's working how I want. All the submarines being here. And the fleet here. Great. Alright, so now we have yet another army here. I'm gonna have them on the front line with Yugoslavia. And then I'm gonna recruit another 21 divisions and 3 panzer divisions. So I'm still gonna need a whole bunch of stuff. For example, almost 500 Vespers, 1700 light tanks. It doesn't matter, I still have time. A couple of years. Alright, we are soon done with constructing these places, so let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new military factories. 3 new synthetic refineries. And that's it. MIFO bills again. Nothing much going on this episode except figuring out some problems, but we're getting closer to the war. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory. Be this region, I guess, I'm not sure. Alright, the Munich conference. Talks have been held in Munich between the leaders of Germany, Britain, France, and Italy to discuss the future of Czechoslovakia. Both the British and French have accepted our claims to the Sudetenland as legitimate, and the previous offers of support to the Czechs have been rescinded. Recognizing the hopelessness of the situation, the Czechs have surrendered the Sudeten territories to us. The oppressed German inhabitants will at long last be brought into the fatherland. Gain base war support plus 10%. And we got Sudetenland here. Now let's get the first Vienna award. Also a new research slot. Let's get the improved infantry equipment. A little ahead of time, but I want those ready when the war starts. Another military high command. Anti-army regrouping. Division recovery rate plus 8%. Let's get Evil Rommel. Armor division attack plus 15%. Armor division defense plus 15%. Right, new military factories from Sudetenland. We are now actually nicely stockpiling on fighters and Stukas. Tactical bombers still coming up or being upgraded, doing those 3 a week. Vespers, one more on Vespers, one on light tanks. That should help. Actually, we have some more coming up, so 2 more on light tanks, 1 more on the Vesper. Oh, when I remember the next research. Alright, this is just, man, I get a lot of news. Alright, we got the MG34 and the grenade launcher. And the Munich agreement is basically giving me the Sudden land. But now, when I still remember, I have the medium panzer here with time penalties taken off. It only takes 147 days for me to research it. Let's do it. Actually have almost 1 million units in the field. We will have after these guys are completed with training. Yugoslavian requests sale of airplanes. We can't spare anything. I'm counting on taking Yugoslavia out. Alright, so we got the dive bombing. Let's get direct ground support. Ground support plus 20%. Right, we got the delay, the infantry or the mobile warfare doctrine. Next up, let's get elastic defense. Gives tanks organization plus 1, tanks and armor variants max speed plus 10, and reinforced weight plus 2%. Let's do that one. Next up, we'll have coming up the convoy interdiction. Let's put a new one there. Let's get the unrestricted submarine warfare. Gives even more boost to our submarines. Alright, I guess we could deploy these units in Frankfurt.
Angetreten.
Create an army there. Put them in border with France, because France will be declaring war upon me after I declare war on Poland. Or that's probably to happen. And what I still want to do is create one more army at least. 21 divisions. 3 tank divisions. And yeah, that's about it. Those will be coming up in the next episode. It's just preparing for the war, this last stretch. Thanks for watching with me, guys. Hopefully it will get a lot more interesting soon when we get to attack Poland, get maybe Czechoslovakia, see how the thing here in Yugoslavia goes. I'm also keen on wanting Yugoslavia. We'll see about that next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm World Leader.